Hi everybody, my name is Brian Payne and I'm the module coordinator for the MSc in Criminology and Criminal Justice Dissertation module. The Dissertation module is a relatively large module that you really start to think about quite early on in your master's degree, and you start preparing for it as you go through. So already when students begin in semester one, they'll be having a bit of a think about what topics they're most interested in and where they'll like to do their own research study, where they get to do primary or secondary research into a really fascinating area of social interest within our broader society, reflecting perhaps on some of the modules that they are undertaking at the time. So what is the dissertation all about? The dissertation module is essentially a large research project where you conduct your own independent research and then write up your findings, performing scientific methods of data analysis and coming up with a thesis, which is in the region of 15,000 words, which seems like quite a lot, I think, when you're starting off on this journey, but by the end of the time, you'll be amazed how much you needed those 15,000 words to get all your ideas and thoughts across. This is a theoretical piece. You begin by really thinking in depth about the literature grounding for your study. You think about the core theories that underpin this topic and you write a literature review. You then come up with a methodology which sets out the different research methods that you're going to employ and how you're going to do it. You then go out into the field and deploy those research methods, and once you have your data, you can then reflect upon it, analyze it and come up with specific themes which then enliven a big findings and discussion at the end of your dissertation before you make some conclusions and potentially some recommendations as well. So you have complete freedom to do your dissertation on anything that you want whatsoever, as long as it has some sort of connection to criminology and criminal justice. But criminology and criminal justice is a really broad church, so we get some really fascinating and sometimes quite obscure topics each year, so really do have freedom to choose whatever you want to do. The skills that you then gain in terms of doing this are incredibly replicable then across a range of different industries. Every job and every employer these days are looking for research skills, they're looking for analytical skills, they're looking for people who can go out and source information, analyze that information and then present it in report format quite often or in other formats, and be able to present their findings as well, so that recommendations and actions can then be progressed from that research. So it's an incredibly important part of the MSc, and that's why we have it there at the figurehead, that you take it right the whole way through semester 2 and into the final semester, submitting your dissertation in the autumn.